Go ahead and find your way into a comfortable seat and press play on your playlist. Welcome to your 60-minute all levels flow practice. Words can't describe how excited we are to be with you here tonight. There are many of us in attendance, looks like 79, holy smokes. I'll try not to get nervous here as we go through our practice. Anyway, what an honor it is to be and to breathe all together, all at once. Some of us in different states, maybe even different continents. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, long story short, just stoked to be with you here tonight. If you haven't already found yourself into a comfortable seat, go ahead and do so. You don't have to be sitting cross-legged. You can sit on top of your knees or have your legs extended directly out in front. Let's just take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. One more time, full breath. Guess what, everyone? You made it. We're here on our mats practicing together. Go ahead and rest your hands on top of your knees or your thighs. Press your sit bones down and lengthen your spine. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and do so. You will not need your sense of sight for the next 5 or so minutes. Before we begin anything, let's see where we are starting from within our practice tonight. First, just notice your mind and any thoughts that might be moving through it or bouncing around between your ears. And instead of attempting to do anything with the thoughts or creating a story around the thoughts, just give yourself a moment to notice them. And take a moment to scan your body from head down to your toes. And notice any sensations that are predominant. Not so that we can judge any of the sensations right from wrong or good or bad or tense or untense. Just take a moment to notice. Now send your attention to your breath and notice where in your body you are breathing. And notice the depth of your breath. If you happen to be new to your yoga practice, I might suggest resting one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. To begin our practice, we'll take 6 deep breaths. It's as deep as you can into your nose, and then just let the breath drop out of your mouth with your exhale. So instead of pushing the breath out, just let it drop. Begin. Inhale, fill you through your nose. Let the breath drop out. Again, through your nose. Let it drop. 4. 3. 2. 1. Full breath. Let it go. Now fill only your belly as deep as you can. Breathe out of your belly, exhale. Deep belly breath in. Belly breath out. This can be in through your nose or your mouth, whatever is easiest. One more time, in through your belly. Out of your belly. Breathe into your ribs and your chest. Fill up. Notice your ribs expand to the sides. Your chest wants to lift. Exhale out of your chest and out of your ribs. Let your ribs knit back together. Again, fill your ribs and fill your chest. Breathe out of your chest and ribs. One more time. Inhale, ribs and chest. And exhale, chest and ribs. This time we'll connect all three parts, belly, ribs, and chest. Inhale, fill your belly, fill your side ribs, fill your chest. Close your eyes if they're not closed. Good. And exhale out of your chest, out of your ribs, and out of your belly. Beautiful. Again, fill your belly, fill your side ribs, fill your chest. And exhale out of your chest, out of your side ribs, and out of your belly. And now we're just going to slow things down just a notch. Inhale, fill your belly, fill your side ribs, fill your chest. Hold for a moment at the top. And exhale out of your chest, out of your side ribs, and out of your belly. Try to let go of any unnecessary tension in your body. One more time. Inhale, fill belly, fill ribs, fill chest. Exhale out of your chest, ribs, and belly. Now take a moment just to breathe normal, just be as you are. And notice if maybe we have already had an impact on our mind or our body. It is my firm belief that breath is one of the most useful tools within our yoga practice because we don't have to be in any specific position to breathe. All we need is a little bit of time and attention. Let's mix in a little bit of movement now. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Then flip your palms down and exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, hands by your sides. 3 more rounds. Go a little bit slower. Beautiful, everyone. Exhale, hands down by your sides. It's awesome to be able to see some of you practicing. We're all in this together. 2 more times. Inhale, fill, reach as high as you can. Relax the top of your shoulders. Exhale, hands down by your sides. One more time. Inhale, fill. This time, draw hands to heart center and set an intention for your practice. Think about what it is that you need in your life right now. Do you need peace of mind? Do you need a little bit of movement, some circulation in your body? You know what you need. If you don't know, just let the first thing that comes to your mind, let that be the intention. Take a full breath into your heart. Fill yourself with that intention. Let it enter every cell of your body. Out of your mouth, exhale. Let your intention be received by the cosmos. Bow to yourself, forehead to fingertips. Thank yourself for making time for your practice today. Bow to everyone that we know is with us. We have 80 people in attendance with us in our class tonight, which is a beautiful thing. Let's find our way into tabletop position and let's get moving. Go ahead and come to all fours. Bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. And just begin with 30 seconds of organic movement. Don't worry about looking at the computer screen right now because Taylor's body, even though it's beautiful, finding your own movement. Maybe I've crossed some lines already, but let's find any movement that is organic in your body. Shift side to side, shift forward and back. Just explore every corner of your body and notice where you're feeling sensation tonight. Beautiful, everyone. Continue for the last 5 seconds. And let's come back to neutral spine for a few rounds of cat-cow together. Make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift your chin to the sky, send your gaze upwards. And exhale, arch your back, round chin into your chest, round through your spine. Good. Inhale again, drop your belly, lift your chin, rotate your hips as high as you can, maybe even a smile of content. And then exhale, arch your back, round chin into your chest, around through your spine. Beautiful, everyone. Last round. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin. And then just pause for a moment. Exhale, arch your back, round chin into your chest. Chin in a little bit tighter, as tight as you can. Good. Inhale, come back to neutral spine. Opposite arm and leg extension. Reach your right arm forward and your left leg back. Be sure that your right thumb is facing upward and your left toes are either flexed or pointed, but do something with your back leg. Next inhale, reach a little bit further forward and further back. And exhale, tap elbow to knee. Round chin into your chest as you tap. Beautiful. Inhale, reach long, fingertips forward, heel back. Beautiful, Sam. Exhale, arch your back around chin into your chest. It's going to be so hard for me not to give you guys shout outs. One more time. Inhale, reach long, fingers forward, heel back. Nice, Arnie. And then exhale, arch your back around chin into your chest. Create compression here. Final extension. Inhale, reach long. Nice, Katie Kaminsky, and exhale, release down to the floor. Let's go into the second side, straight into it. Left arm forward, right leg back. Take a moment to make sure that your right wrist is directly under your right shoulder. With your next inhale, reach a little bit further. And exhale, tap elbow to knee, chin into your chest. Nice job, Martha. Inhale, reach long, fingers forward, heel back. And exhale, tap elbow to knee, chin into your chest. Nice. Andrea and all of your children. Good. Again, inhale, reach long, fingers forward, heel back. And exhale, tap elbow to knee, chin into your chest. Final extension. Inhale, reach long. And release to the floor. Good, Jesse. If there's anything else that you'd like to move through before going into downward dog, or if you need to shed some layers because we're getting the heat warmed up in here, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, let's make our way into our first downward facing dog. Bring your hands shoulder width distance, spread your fingertips wide. Here in downward dog, I'll recommend just giving your legs a little pedal out. Press one heel to the floor as you lift the other. Good, Divya. Just take some exploratory movement. Take a moment to focus on your breath. Beautiful. Let's take a cleansing breath together. In through your nose. Out of your mouth, exhale. One more time. Nice, Chelsea. Inhale through your nose. And out of your mouth. Beautiful, Angela. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. You're welcome to drop your knees here, but we're going to lower all the way to the floor. Keep your elbows hugged into your side ribs as you lower all the way to the floor. Let's focus on low cobra to begin. So we're going to float our hands off of the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, float your hands, draw your shoulders and elbows back. And exhale, release back down to the floor. Good, Ruby. Again, inhale, lift, float your hands, use your lower back to press the tops of your feet down, and exhale, release. Last round, inhale, lift. This time, stay lifted. With your exhale, press your hands down into the floor. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Stay here, exhale, drop your shoulders away from your ears. One more breath, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down to the floor. Nice, Dean, I see you, brother. Inhale, press to tabletop or high plank. Then exhale, back to downward dog. Take a full breath together, in through your nose. Out of your mouth, exhale. Let's get some heat going. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Lower halfway or all of the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Draw your shoulder blades back. And exhale to downward dog. Find your way back. I'm sweating just watching you guys. Inhale, shift forward to high plank. Lower halfway or all of the way. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Exhale, back to downward dog. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, high plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Taylor's showing off. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do a knees bent forward fold to begin so that we can get more into our spine. Halfway lift with knees bent. Extend the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your nose into your shins. One more time. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your nose into your shins. Mountain pose, reverse swan dive. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Come back to the intention that we have set for our practice. Begin to embody that intention in some way or another, whether it's through your mind, your breath, or your body. See if you can lock in on what that intention feels like, having completed it already. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let the universe receive your intention. Sun salutation A. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, shoulder blades down. Exhale, swan dive. Lead with your heart, hinge from your hips. Draw your nose into your shins. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, shift forward an inch. And exhale, lower halfway or all of the way. Nice. Tailor up dog or cobra. Draw your shoulder blades back. And exhale to downward dog. Full breath in. Stick your tongue out, get wild. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, draw your nose into your shins, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Mountain pose, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Lead with your heart, hinge from your hips. Draw your nose to your shins. Find a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. This time, step or hop back, high to low plank, all in the same exhale. Up dog or cobra, inhale. To downward dog, exhale. Just a quick reminder, if you ever need to skip things or slow down or speed things up, you are more than welcome to. The nice thing about having our at-home practice is that I'm not here to crack the whip on you, especially if your camera is off. Lucky you. Beautiful. But let's just take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Tap knee to nose one time, chin to chest. Do your best. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step between your hands. Set up crescent lunge. Take your time. We're here for 5 breaths in our first crescent lunge. Feel free to take some organic movement. Yeah, adjust your clothing, adjust your hair, all of the important stuff. Just kidding. Here in crescent lunge, we need our front knee stacked over front ankle, back heel over back toes as best you can. Now, instead of waiting for the next posture, let's see if we can land in this one. Imagine that I were to keep you here for another 2 minutes. What adjustments would you have to make? Could you soften a little bit more? Could you find better structure in your skeleton in order to make this a sustainable pose? Take a full breath in, reach up. Airplane torso, exhale, sweep your arms back. Keep an up dog tilt in your chest and try to keep your chest in the same angle as your back leg. Spread your fingertips, reach your fingers to the back of the room. Breathe. Lunge a little bit deeper. We're gonna flow that movement now. Crescent lunge, inhale. Airplane torso, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Airplane torso, exhale. One more time. Crescent, inhale. Airplane torso, exhale. Big movement, 5-pointed star. Open up to the side of the room. Shake your hands. Give it some spirit fingers. Shake your hips. Good. Nice, everyone. I see you shaking your hips. Inhale, tilt your palms upwards. Send your gaze to the sky. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. I'll recommend pigeon toeing your feet. Draw your toes in and your heels out. And just take 30 seconds to play around here. Now that our body is warmed up and now that we've started to tune into the sensation of our body, notice what your legs or what your upper body is asking for. Maybe you go for a side lunge, maybe you go for a forward fold. Maybe just a good booty shake. What is it that you need? Let's play for one more breath. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Pull into left side plank. Roll to your left side body. Wave your right arm to the sky. Breathe here. Flex your toes towards your shin. Press your feet down to lift your hips a little bit higher. Send your gaze up towards the ceiling. If you really want to test your balance, if you're on carpet, this is going to be really difficult. But hey, challenge is good. Deepen your breath here. Well, I'm sweating just watching you guys, and that's no joke. I can feel it coming out my armpits. One more breath. Inhale, reach up. I know that's TMI. Exhale, lower down, high to low plank. Elbows hug as you lower, halfway or all of the way. Up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward dog. Full breath in. Tongue out, exhale. One more time. Full breath in. All together, tongue out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Knee to nose, one time. Lift up, inhale. Step between your hands, exhale. Crescent lunge, take your sweet time. We're here for about 5 breaths. A nice long lunge. Think about 95% of your lunge capability. Find that here. Deepen your breath. And just for a moment, close your eyes and let go of any unnecessary tension that you might be holding. Deepen your breath. Lunge just a hair deeper. Good, Katie. Inhale, reach up a little bit higher. Airplane torso, exhale, sweep your arms back. Up dog, tilt in your chest. Stay for 2 breaths. Last inhale, reach your elbows up. Lunge a little bit deeper. Crescent lunge, inhale, sweep. Airplane torso, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Airplane torso, exhale. Last round, crescent. Airplane torso. 5-pointed star, open up to the side of the room. This time, let's go for chest expansion. Hands together behind your back, interlace your hands. Pigeon toe your feet, so toes are in, heels are out. Squeeze your wrists, elbows, and shoulders together as you inhale. Send your gaze up and your heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive down between your legs. The top of your head goes towards the floor. Keep reaching your arms up and over towards the mural. Hello, everyone. Take a full breath here. Go a little bit deeper, exhale. One more full breath. Exhale out. By way of your lower back, release your hands. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Walk your hands to the front of your mat and roll to right side plank. Roll to your right. Wave your left arm open. Flex your toes towards your shin. Feet down, hips up. Deepen your breath. If you want some extra challenge, lift your top leg. If you want the extra balance challenge, send your gaze to the ceiling. 2 calm breaths here. Last inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, lower and go through your flow, high to low plank. Up dog or cobra to down dog, exhale. All right, y'all. We'll attempt to connect everything breath to movement with a few hurdles to jump through along the way. I know you love hearing that. That just means we have some difficult postures getting thrown our way. Let's just meet the challenge with a sense of positivity and endurance. Inhale, send your gaze forward. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Here comes chair pose. Inhale, lift yourself up. Find your way into chair. I like to have big toes and knees together, heels with a 2-inch gap. Taylor, you want to turn towards us so people can get a front view of what we want happening in our legs? Yeah, perfect. Beautiful. Here, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Look down at your toes. If you can't see them, draw your knees back a little bit further. All right, back to the side, Taylor. Inhale, reach a little bit higher. Exhale, airplane torso, sweep your arms back. Option to stay here or lift to your tiptoes for drinking bird. Deepen your breath. If you fall out of the pose, that's a good thing. One more breath. Just means you're trying.
Inhale back to chair. To drinking bird, exhale. Again, chair pose. Drinking bird. Last round, chair. Drinking bird. All the way up to mountain pose. Sweep your arms high. Back bend. Cactus your arms, tongue out. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Hands through center to forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant your hand step or float back high to low plank. Up dog or cobra. To downward dog, exhale. Woo! Nicely done, everyone. All right, let's take a full breath in together. Let out a horse lips. One more time, inhale. Horse lips again, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Step through your hands. Crescent lunge, inhale, sweep up. Airplane torso, exhale. 5-pointed star, inhale. Wide leg forward fold, pigeon toe your feet and dive down towards the floor. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen your spine. Stay here and forward fold. Get the top of your head down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the front of your room. Exhale. Inhale, roll to left side plank. Wave your right arm open. Breathe here. Last full breath. Exhale, hand to the floor and go through your flow. Take your time. Up dog or cobra. To down diggity dog. Full breath. Tongue out. Left leg high, inhale. Step through your hands, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale, sweep up. Airplane torso, exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, wide leg forward fold towards the earth. Halfway lift, inhale. Here's the cue change. Side lunge into your left leg. Drop your hips towards your left heel, flex your right toes towards your shin, and do your best to get your left heel towards the earth. Now, if you're like me and you have tight hips, it's going to look nothing like what Taylor has going on here. You might be a little bit higher up. Yeah, that's a great example. So don't worry about where you're at. Just do your best to get your hips down toward the floor. Inhale, come back to center, and then side lunge into your opposite leg. Switch to your right. And I usually like to take a little bit of movement here, either a movement forward and back, side to side, or a little booty bounce can go a long way here. Good. Inhale, back to center, and side lunge again to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side lunge to the right. One more with your breath. Inhale, center. Side lunge left. Inhale, center. Side lunge right. Inhale, pivot to the top of your mat. Exhale, pivot to right side plank. Stay for 2 breaths. Lift a little bit higher. Lower all the way down to the floor. This time, lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your hands by your hips with your palms facing down. A little bit of belly down work here. We want hands by hips. Spread your fingertips wide. Locust pose. We'll keep our gaze towards the floor here. Just do your best to listen to my verbal cues. Inhale, lift every bit of your body except for your hips. Gaze down to keep your neck long. Reach your toes to the back of the room. Reach your fingertips to the back of the room. Keep pressing your hips down to draw your shoulder blades back. Last 2 breaths. Deepen. Fullest expression all the way up. Exhale, release. Gaze to the right side of the room. Let your left ear rest on the floor, and then turn your gaze a little bit further to the right for a deeper neck stretch. 2 slow breaths here. Bound locust or any other variation of back strengthening. So if you liked the locust pose we just did, go for that. If you'd rather go for bound locust, hands together behind your back, interlace your hands. Floor bow, half locust, anything is good here if you want it. As you feel ready, inhale, prepare. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Reach your mono fist toward the back of the room. Reach your toes to the back of the room. We're here for 3 full breaths. Last 2, go higher. Fullest expression, send it, y'all. Exhale, release, gaze to the left side of the room, right ear to the floor. Turn your gaze a little bit further to the left. Full exhale out. Last full inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're setting up my favorite, what I would call a lazy pose, open wing. Reach your right arm all the way out to the right side of the room. We want our elbow and shoulder in the same line here. If you happen to have any dogs or beer or a coffee table in the way, go ahead and move so that you can have space. And then roll open to your right side body. Good. We're just going to stay here for about 6 breaths. So if you still need to make room, there's an opportunity and there's time for that. I'd like to guide you through a quick visualization. This is a little bit more of a woo-woo side of our practice, but let's just embrace it for the time being. Close your eyes and imagine that there's a green orb of light hovering outside of your chest. As you inhale, let the green orb of light expand into your chest with healing love, and exhale, send it through your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, and your fingertips. Again, inhale, fill your chest with green love, healing energy. Exhale, send the green light through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. 2 more breaths. Inhale, fill your chest. Let it expand. Green love, healing light. Send it through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Last full breath. Fill your chest. Take an extra sip of air at the top. And send it through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Lower back down to your belly. And let's go straight into the second side. Reach your left arm out to the left side of the room and roll open to your left side body. Again, if you need to make room, go for it now. If you're wondering, what do I do with my right hand? Bring it around for your left trouser pocket. Your right leg can kick around to the left side of the room for counterbalance. If you found the visualization helpful on the first side, I'll guide you through it again. Bring the green orb of light into your chest with your inhale. Send the green light through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and out of your fingertips. Green orb of light into your chest. Healing love, healing light. Exhale through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Again, fill your chest. Send the light through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Last 2 breaths. Fill your chest. Let it expand. Green, bright light. Exhale through your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips. Last full breath. Inhale, fill. Extra sip of air at the top. And send it out of your arm. Lower back down to your belly. And press back to Embryo Pose. We'll bring knees and feet together. Sit your hips to your heels. Now, in case you happen to have a tight lower back or tight hamstrings, it might be useful to bring a blanket underneath your knees. Pause here for just a few breaths. Send your attention to the back of your heart. Fill the back of your heart with green energy. Take 3 sips of air. All the way out, exhale. 2 more breaths. Fill. 3 sips. All the way out, exhale. 1 more time. Fill up. 3 sips of air. All the way out, exhale. Inhale, lift your torso and spin your legs around to the front of the room. We are setting up a straight-legged forward fold here. No falling asleep on us today. All right, let's get into our forward fold with legs forward. Good. If you happen to have strong hamstrings, it might be wise to put a blanket or pillow underneath your knees. Tay, do you want to show them what that might look like just in case that's the case? A nice folded blanket or pillow under your knees can go a long way here. Good. Now with your inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge up and forward, forward, forward. Reach as far as you can and then bring hands to feet. In the event that you can't reach your feet, that's okay. That's why we're doing yoga. Grab the underneath of your calves and use the strength of your arms to pull yourself forward with your inhale. And down with your exhale, draw your nose in towards your shins. Inhale to find length in your spine. Exhale, fold your nose towards your shins. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 4 more breaths. Breathe with me. 3 more. Breathe louder. Last round. Extra sip of air. Exhale, fold. Press every bit of air out. Press, 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 press. Inhale, lift your torso. Exhale, close your eyes and just be here for a moment. Beautiful, everyone. Let's find our way back into downward dog. I know we're probably feeling super relaxed right now. Just gather a little bit of spark of energy and let's find our way into downward dog. Don't worry, we're not doing anything intense from here on out. Just a little bit of half pigeon, some heart openers headed our way. So we're setting up half pigeon on the right side. Lift your right leg to the sky. Stack your right hip on top of your left. Give it a little shake out. And then find your way into half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist and right ankle behind your left wrist. If you know reclined pigeon, you're welcome to enter that from your back. We would bring right ankle on top of left knee. And then we would thread hands through the hole that we have made. And then just pull back with your hands. Those of you in half pigeon, if you are like Taylor is, we want for our hips to be level. Try not to let one hip dip lower to the floor than the other. If that is the case, if you're like me, putting a blanket or a pillow underneath your right hip can go a long way. We're holding for about 90 seconds here in this round. The idea behind holding this pose is that we allow ourselves time to surrender into it. Take a moment to scan your body. Notice anywhere that you're holding any unnecessary tension. Just give yourself a moment to let it go with your exhale. Deepen your breath. Let go of any unnecessary tension. Now imagine that there is a blue orb of light hovering just outside of your right hip. Allow that blue orb of light to enter your hip with your inhale. With your exhale, let it remove any unwanted energy. Inhale, blue orb expands into your right hip. Let it cleanse with your exhale. 3 more breaths on your own. With your next inhale, raise up to your hands, shine your heart forward. If you're on your back, uncross your legs. Everyone, stick your tongue out with your exhale. Find your way back to downward dog or any other counter stretch that feels good to you. Let's take 30 seconds to freestyle move. However your body wants to move right now, go for that. Come back to the intention that you have set for your practice. Find that intention here. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, stack your left hip on top of your right, give it a little shake. And come into half pigeon on your left side. Bring left knee behind left wrist, and left ankle behind right wrist. Again, if you feel like one of your hips is dipping lower to the floor than the other, it's a good opportunity to throw a bolster or a blanket underneath it. Do your best to let go of trying. Just allow yourself to be in this pose. Notice where your mind goes when we're not giving it direction. Just bring your attention back to your breath. Instead of avoiding any sensation in your hip, tune into the discomfort in your left hip. Let's breathe together for 5 deep breaths. Fill your left hip with blue cleansing light. Let go of any stagnant emotions. Blue orb of light to your left hip. Let go. Last 2, breathe in. Breathe out. Last 1, fill up. Exhale out. Inhale, raise to your hands, shine your heart forward. Stick your tongue out wherever you're at. Make your way back to downward dog. Pedal your legs, give yourself a little stretch here. Freestyle movement for 30 seconds, whatever feels good. I see you, Jesse Hahn, breaking out a handstand in between. Should have known. My man. All right.
Jesse made me do it.
Okay. Let's find our way back down to our backs. In any way, shape, or form, lay down on your back. And I'd like to go through some dynamic bridge first. While Taylor is taking a drink of water, I'm going to give you a quick demo of what a dynamic bridge might look like. With the inhale, we sweep hips and arms overhead. And with the exhale, we release hands and hips back down. So we'll do about 8 reps of that. Inhale with the up and exhale with the down. Set up bridge pose, bring your knees and your feet hip distance apart. Make sure your middle fingers can graze the back of your heels or relatively that distance. As you are ready, inhale, lift your hips, sweep your arms up. Exhale, lower hands and hips back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Go a little bit higher this time with your hips. And exhale, lower. 5 more rounds. Lift up. Go higher each time. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. Now we'll introduce a couple sips of air. Inhale, lift up. Extra sip of air. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 2 sips of air. Exhale, lower. Last round, inhale, lift. 3 sips of air. Exhale, lower. And this time we will hold static bridge, which just means that we'll hold for about 6 cycles of breath. If full wheel is in your practice, you're more than welcome to go for it. Taylor, I'll ask that you just do a bridge for now, and then we'll give them the full wheel variation. She was thinking about it. Yeah. So for now, just lift your hips, interlace your hands behind your back. Good. Try to soften the grip in your toes, maybe even lift your toes for a moment. And drive your heels down into the floor. Press the ball mound of your left and right big toe into the floor. We're here for just a few more breaths. If you're feeling the full wheel variation, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself up. Don't feel like you have to do this. It's just an option. We're here for 3 lion's breaths together. In through your nose. Let go of stagnant energy. Inhale. Tongue out. Last round. Slowly and with control, lower down vertebra by vertebra from the top of your spine. Slow, slow, slow to your tailbone. Close your eyes and just breathe here for a moment. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, take a stretch for the front and back of the room like you're just waking up. Hug your knees into your chest. Find double wind removing pose. Squeeze your knees into your side ribs or maybe cannonball. Either one of these is good. And extend your left leg for the front of the room. Hug your right knee into the right side of your ribs. Give it a good squeeze. Squeeze even tighter with your exhale. Inhale, bump your hips to the right side of the room. And exhale, take your leg across the left side of the room. Try to seal your right shoulder to the floor. Maybe even gaze over right shoulder. If you want a little extra pressure, you can always bring left hand to right knee and put some pressure down. We're here for 6 deep breaths. Imagine that just for a moment, your mic on your computer or your phone is unmuted and we can hear you breathing, and you want to inspire your neighbor or your connected person to breathe deeper by breathing deeper yourself. Let's all breathe together. Inhale, fill your chest with air. Breathe out of your belly, exhale. Again, chest breath in. Belly breath out. Last round, fill up. This time, 3 sips of air at the top. All the way out, exhale. Press until there's no air left. Press, 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 press. And inhale, bring your gaze and your legs back to center of the room. Counter stretch. Anything that feels good here, windshield wiper your legs, happy baby, whatever feels natural in your body. And we'll set up for the second side of wind removing pose first. Let your right leg go long. Hug your left knee into the left side of your ribs. First, squeeze as tight as you can. Take a full breath. Squeeze even tighter with your exhale. Inhale, bump your hips to the left a couple inches. And exhale, take your leg across to the right side of the room. Try to keep your left shoulder anchored on the mat. Gaze over your left shoulder, as long as that's okay with your neck. 6 breaths here. Fill. Exhale out. Fill up. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale. We're almost there. Chest breath in. Chest breath out. Last 2. Last 1. Fill up. 3 sips of air. All the way out of your belly. Exhale. Press, 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 press until there's nothing left. Keep pressing, keep pressing, keep going, keep going, keep going. And inhale, bring your gaze and your legs back to center of the room. Counter stretch if you would like. And before we find our way into Shavasana, make yourself as comfortable as possible. If you need to put some layers back on, if you need to dim the lights in your home, I know when we're in the yoga studio, usually you've got Taylor or I dimming the lights down for you, setting the mood, but it's on y'all tonight. All right, just make yourself as comfortable as possible, whatever that looks or feels like. If you want to put a blanket on yourself or prop up your knees with a pillow, go ahead and find that right meow. As we get settled in, let's just take 3 cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Out of your mouth, exhale. Again through your nose. Out of your mouth. Last round, fill up. Let go. With each passing exhale, allow your body to get heavier and heavier. Whenever we experience times of difficulty or of turbulence or of drastic change, like many of us are experiencing right now, for a lot of us, our response is to attempt to control or grasp onto things that are normal for us or things that make us comfortable. When change comes into our life, it's just the universe offering us an opportunity to try something new. New ways of living, new ways of being, new habits can form. But a lot of times we see this as something happening to us. Oh, I have to stay inside.
Or I have to do X, run to the superstore and buy a lot of toilet paper, whatever it might be. But if we can see this as an opportunity to find new ways of growth and new ways of being, if we can embrace this change, something beautiful might happen. Change is not something that we should fear. Rather, it is something that we should embrace. For without change, nothing in this world would ever grow or blossom, and no one would move forward to become the person that they are meant to be. Without changing anything, just bring your attention to the rise and fall of your belly and your chest. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. You're more than welcome to stay laying down longer if you would like. If you're ready to begin moving, start drawing gentle movement into your fingertips, into your toes, into your hands and feet, to your arms and legs. Take a stretch for the front and back of the room like you're just waking up. Big good morning, good evening stretch. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. And again, you're more than welcome to stay laying down if you would like. As you are ready, we'll make our way into a seated position, but there is no rush to get there. Come into any comfortable seat. Let the back of your hands rest on your knees. Bring pointer finger and thumb to touch. And just take a moment to do the same thing that we did at the beginning of our practice. Just to notice the thoughts going through your mind, the sensations predominant in your body. To notice the effect that this past hour has had on you. Whether it is the breath, or the postures, or the visualizations, or the setting of intention, you are the creator of your being. What we feel, we become. What we feel, we attract. What we imagine, we create. Draw your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for making time for your practice tonight. Send gratitude to the means that have allowed us to make this possible tonight. We are all practicing from home. We all have these means capable to connect. Let's see if we can utilize all of these tools to stay connected and to continue our practice together. The light and the spirit within us bows to the light and the spirit within each of you. Namaste.
We greatly appreciate you being here tonight, or being here figuratively speaking. What a great opportunity for all of us to stay connected. I don't know that we have ever had a connection like this before within myself or Taylor. Just everyone coming together and practicing yoga from different areas of Colorado and even of back home in Indiana. So anyway, really love all of you. We appreciate you spending time for your mind and your body. You're not the only one that feels the effects of your practice. Your friends and family, the people that you are quarantined with, will be thankful that you practiced tonight. Thank you for sharing your evening. We would love to see any comments, questions, or feedback on the video description. And we'll be posting this video to Soul 19 YouTube channel in case you want to come back and practice this another time.
And if you could send the feedback to info@soul19yoga.com, that way we can just compile everything together. And we will leave this chat and feed open for like 15-20 minutes or so. So if you guys want to chat with each other or us, it'll be up and running too.
You're welcome. Bye everyone. Love you.
Love you guys.